Well, the market is shaking again. And this time, it's Trump's fault. Bitcoin shot up to $88,000 but immediately dumped back to $84,000. And all of this happened within just a few hours. Why? Yesterday, Trump took the stage and slammed down the message. In a few minutes, I will sign a historic executive order on reciprocal tariffs for all countries. They do it to us. We do it to them. It's that simple. The market spun. Panic was triggered. But let's break down what this really means for crypto. Let's dive into it. Subscribe, smash the like button, and by the end, you'll know whether this is a crash or our golden opportunity. Well, yesterday, April 2nd, 2025, Trump shook everyone up again. Bitcoin shot up to $88,000 but immediately dropped to $84,000, while crypto and stocks spun into a wild dance. What happened? Trump spoke at the White House and announced, "In a few minutes, I will sign a historic executive order on reciprocal tariffs for all countries. They take from us, we take from them. It's that simple." And he signed it. A 10% base tariff on all imports, 34% on China, 20% on the EU, and up to 54% on Vietnam and Taiwan. The market immediately felt the blow, but let's break down what this means for us. Let's dive in. Subscribe, smash that like button, and by the end, you'll understand what's going on. Trump's speech in the Rose Garden was short but loud. "This is our day of liberation," he said, promising to protect America from being robbed. The tariffs start on April 3rd, and it's no joke. $33 trillion in global trade is now under pressure. Stock markets took a sharp dive, and not upward, but straight to the bottom. Crypto didn't stay behind. Bitcoin dropped from $88,700 to $84,000 in a matter of hours. Ethereum fell 4%, and Solana and XRP lost 5 to 10%. Liquidations hit even harder. $500 million wiped out in the last 24 hours, 300 million of that in longs. This is all a reaction to fears of a trade war and inflation. But is it really that bad? Tech giant stocks, Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, dropped 2 to 5% in after-hours trading. Why? Tariffs hit global supply chains, and that's their weak spot. Crypto showed itself as a risk asset. When the Nasdaq drops, BTC and alts follow. But I see another side. The panic might be short-lived. History whispers, after such drops, growth often follows. What's next? Tariffs are chaos in the short term. Inflation could spike to 3.5%, and the dollar will strengthen, putting pressure on risk assets. But I believe BTC could become a safe haven when countries start looking for protection from trade wars. Liquidations scared off traders, but this is a chance for the brave to buy while everyone else is panicking. Not financial advice, but in my opinion, we're still going to see $100,000 plus this year.
3, 2, 1, fire!
So let's now break down what's happening with Bitcoin after this tariff shock. Yesterday the market shook, but today I'll take a look at the charts, evaluate the long-term outlook, and explain what the whales are doing while we're here worrying. Bitcoin dropped to $84,000, but what do the charts show? I looked at a few key indicators, and here's what we've got. RSI is at 35, a fear zone, but not panic. We're not at 70 plus, like when Bitcoin was $110,000. But we're also not in the depths, like at 20 in January. In 2022, RSI at 33 triggered a jump from 16,000 to 25,000 in a month. If it rises to 40 to 45, expect a bounce to $90,000 plus one and down. Support at $80,000 is still holding. Below that is $75,000, where whales were waiting in January. We're in the $80,000 to $90,000 range. If RSI starts rising, 90,000 plus is close, but if not, we might test 75,000. I also looked at the MACD, and here's the intrigue. The lines are converging downward, but haven't yet confirmed a bearish signal. In 2023, this kind of convergence kept BTC sideways, and then it exploded. My take, if MACD doesn't confirm a drop this week, $90,000 plus is realistic. I believe this is just a short storm. History whispers that after such pullbacks, BTC always bounces back. And now to the long-term outlook, Trump's tariffs. Yesterday he signed the order, 10% on everyone, 34% on China, up to 54% on others. In the short term, this puts pressure. Liquidations, inflation may spike, the dollar is strengthening. But I see the flip side. If tariffs stir up a trade war, traditional markets may weaken, and BTC could become a safe haven. Chaos pushes investors toward crypto like it did with gold. I believe BTC could surge to $120,000 by the end of 2025 if global turbulence continues. And while we're guessing, the whales aren't sleeping. ETFs worldwide now hold 1.3 million BTC. That's 6.2% of total supply. 2 years ago, they held 0. Now it's 1/6 of all coins. Even after yesterday's drop, the ETF trend remains positive. We're still seeing capital inflows. Fidelity is even pushing forward with creating their own stablecoin. My take, institutions see BTC as a hedge against tariff chaos and are quietly accumulating. That's a signal for us. While the market panics, the big players are preparing to pounce. So what do we have? In the short term, watch the $75,000 and $90,000 range. That's our zone. In the long term, tariffs might fuel BTC, and whales are already voting with their wallets. Not financial advice, but I believe we're on the verge of a major move. And now, let's move on to my strategy for the near future. Now let's summarize and break down what we should do with all this. Trump shook the market, tariffs are buzzing, Bitcoin is swinging, but how can we, as crypto investors, play this right? I'll share a few thoughts so you can stay sharp and not miss your chance. Let's dive in. Subscribe, smash that like button, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to act in this chaos. First off, keep an eye on the key levels. We've already seen it. $80,000 is support, $90,000 is resistance. If BTC holds above $80,000, that's a signal the panic is fading, and we can expect a bounce to $90,000 plus in the coming weeks. On top of that, here's the scenario I think is likely. The priority is testing the red horizontal support around $81,000. Maybe we'll get a local wick below that, but considering how many people are expecting a drop, I have big doubts. I'd bet that the rebound will come much sooner than many expect. And if we drop to $75,000, don't panic. That's the zone where whales love to buy. Also, think long-term. Trump's tariffs aren't just a short-term shock. If a trade war heats up, inflation spikes, and traditional markets shake, where will investors run? To BTC. I believe we could see $120,000 by the end of 2025 if the chaos continues. While everyone else is panicking, I see an opportunity. Buy when there's blood in the streets, and laugh when the price takes off. And third, watch the whales. ETFs already hold 1.3 million BTC, and MicroStrategy and Fidelity keep adding even after the drop. These aren't just numbers, they're signals. The big players are prepping for a jump. If institutions believe in BTC as a haven from tariff chaos, then we should be paying close attention. My take, while the market is shaking, find your entry points alongside the whales. Long term, tariffs could push BTC to new heights, and the whales are already pointing the way. Not financial advice, but I believe this isn't the end. It's the beginning of a major move. Drop a comment and tell me what you're planning. Hit that like button, and see you at the top. That's it for now. Remember, this is just my personal view on the market, not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned for new coin breakdowns. See you soon.